Marc Marquez has finally broken his silence with his strongest criticism yet of the direction modern MotoGP is taking. The reigning world champion believes the sport is becoming increasingly dominated by advanced technology, while riders' natural talent, instinct, and bravery are slowly being pushed aside. Has MotoGP truly lost its identity as the ultimate test of rider skill? Or is technology simply the unavoidable future of the sport? Let's discuss. Marc Marquez has openly expressed his concerns about the direction of modern MotoGP. According to him, although today's bikes are significantly faster than the machines he rode when he first entered the Premier class, something important has gradually disappeared from the sport. In Marquez's view, technology has undoubtedly improved motorcycle performance, but at the same time, it has reduced the opportunities for riders to truly showcase their natural abilities. In his latest interview, Marquez compared today's MotoGP bikes with the motorcycle he rode when he made his Premier Class debut in 2013. Back then, aerodynamic technology was nowhere near as advanced as it is today. The bikes had a much rawer, livelier character, allowing riders to clearly feel every change in tyre grip. According to Marquez, when the tyres began to lose traction in those days, the bike still provided enough feedback for the rider to react. Instinct, reflexes, and experience were the key factors that determined whether a rider could save the bike or end up crashing. However, the situation has changed dramatically in modern MotoGP. The rapid development of aerodynamics has generated enormous amounts of downforce, making the bikes far more stable at high speeds. Marquez even described the feeling of riding a modern MotoGP bike as being on top of a solid table. While that stability undoubtedly improves performance, it also creates unintended consequences. According to Marquez, riders now have a much harder time sensing the early warning signs when the bike begins to lose grip. In the past, riders still had the chance to pull off spectacular saves, but today, losing front-end grip often results in an immediate crash with virtually no time to react. In other words, technology has made the line between staying upright and crashing much thinner. Marquez believes this change has reduced the importance of a rider's natural talent compared to the past. Many of the incredible saves that once defined MotoGP have become increasingly rare because the character of the motorcycles has fundamentally changed. Marquez also criticised the impact of aerodynamics on the quality of racing itself. He believes aerodynamic technology has become one of the biggest reasons why overtaking has become so difficult. In previous eras, a rider with slightly better pace could stay close behind a rival before looking for an opportunity to make a move in the next corner. Today, the situation is very different. When one bike follows closely behind another, aerodynamic turbulence disrupts the airflow, preventing the trailing motorcycle from performing at its best. As a result, riders struggle to stay close to their rivals. Overtaking opportunities become increasingly limited, and races often turn into processions with very few exciting battles. According to Marquez, this is one of the reasons why some modern MotoGP races feel more static than they did just a few seasons ago. For that reason, Marquez welcomes the arrival of the new MotoGP regulations in 2027 with both hope and skepticism. Beginning with the 2027 season, MotoGP will introduce 850 cubic centimetre engines to replace the current 1,000 cubic centimetre power plants. In addition, aerodynamic regulations will be significantly restricted to reduce the influence of aero devices on motorcycle performance. Many believe these changes will bring back more overtaking opportunities and make MotoGP racing more exciting for fans once again. However, Marc Marquez is not fully optimistic yet. He admitted that he has already tested the prototype bike developed under the new 2027 regulations. Based on his initial impressions, he feels that the bike's overall character has not changed significantly compared to the current generation of MotoGP machines. While the engine produces slightly less power, Marquez believes the bike's fundamental behaviour still feels very similar. Because of that, he warned that overtaking could remain just as difficult if the root causes are not truly addressed. He even suggested that another factor could have a much greater impact than simply reducing engine capacity: the tyres. According to Marquez, the future change in tyre supplier could have a far bigger influence on the quality of racing. Different tyre characteristics will affect how riders control the bike, manage grip, and create overtaking opportunities during races. Despite his strong criticism, Marquez emphasized that he is not against technological progress. On the contrary, he hopes MotoGP can find the right balance between technical innovation and rider skill. For him, the best racing happens when technology enhances motorcycle performance without taking away the opportunity for riders to showcase their instincts, creativity, bravery, and natural talent. Marquez's comments immediately sparked widespread debate among MotoGP fans. Many agreed that aerodynamics has become too dominant, making races less exciting and reducing overtaking opportunities. Others argued that technological advancement is a natural part of motorsport evolution and simply cannot be avoided. Regardless of which side people support, one thing is crystal clear. When a rider of Marc Marquez's caliber speaks about the future of MotoGP, the entire paddock pays close attention. Now, all eyes are on the 2027 season. Fans, teams, and manufacturers are eager to see whether the new regulations will truly restore the spectacular racing that MotoGP is known for and deliver more wheel-to-wheel battles on track. Ironically, while criticizing technology's growing influence, Marquez himself remains living proof that a rider's natural ability still has irreplaceable value. One of the skills that rivals still struggle to replicate is the way Marquez attacks left-hand corners. For years, many riders have studied his speed using telemetry data, onboard camera footage, and in-depth riding analysis. Yet the outcome has almost always been the same. They simply cannot copy it. One rider who openly admitted this was Jorge Martin. Martin once tried to adapt Marquez's signature technique for left-hand corners. On paper, the method appeared straightforward. Marquez brakes less aggressively, allows the rear of the bike to slide slightly, and then commits to the corner with an incredibly aggressive lean angle. However, when Martin attempted to execute the technique himself, the results were nowhere near what he expected. Instead of carrying more speed through the corner, he struggled to control the bike. The risk of losing grip increased dramatically, and he realized that the confidence required to perform the maneuver could not be gained simply by studying data. From that experience, Martin came to understand that what Marquez does goes far beyond riding technique. It comes from extraordinary natural instinct. Marquez possesses an exceptional ability to sense the absolute limit of tyre grip. While most riders choose to stay on the safe side to avoid crashing, he can push the motorcycle right to the edge of its limits without losing control. That unique talent is what has made Marquez so dominant at left-hand heavy circuits such as Sachsenring in Germany and the Circuit of the Americas in the United States. What do you think? Has technology taken away the true essence of MotoGP? And which era do you find more exciting? The modern MotoGP era or the classic days of MotoGP? Share your thoughts in the comments below.